We were this close to divorce. And when I say close, I mean papers on the table close. The kind of close where love doesn't even feel like love anymore. It just feels heavy. No cap, if you had asked me back then whether our marriage would survive, I would have laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it felt impossible. People think marriages fall apart because of one big mistake: cheating, money, lies. But the truth? Most marriages don't break in one moment. They slowly bleed out in silence. That's what happened to us. We didn't start hating each other overnight. We started not talking, and when we did talk, it was cold, short, defensive. How was your day? Fine. What's wrong? Nothing. But everything was wrong. There was a time when we couldn't stop talking. Late night conversations, laughing over stupid stuff, dreaming out loud. We were best friends before we were spouses. Somewhere between bills, responsibilities, stress, and expectations, we lost that version of us. I started feeling invisible, like no matter what I did, it wasn't enough. They started feeling unappreciated, like nothing they did was ever right. So we both pulled back, not intentionally, just to protect ourselves. And that's the thing nobody tells you. Sometimes distance doesn't come from hate, it comes from hurt. The fights became routine. Same arguments, different days. You don't listen. You don't care. You've changed. You're never here. Every fight ended the same way, with silence. Not peaceful silence, that loud, uncomfortable silence where you lie next to someone and feel completely alone. Sleeping in the same bed, living in different worlds. Friends noticed. You guys okay? Yeah, we're good. Family noticed. Something feels off. We're just busy. But deep down, we both knew. This marriage was slipping through our fingers, and neither of us knew how to stop it. One night, the fight was worse than usual. Not louder, not dramatic, just empty. No yelling, no tears, just two exhausted people sitting across from each other with divorce hanging in the air like a final sentence. That's when someone said it. I don't think this is working anymore. That sentence hits different when it comes from the person you once promised forever to. I didn't argue. They didn't cry. We just sat there. And that silence, that was scarier than any fight we'd ever had. We agreed to take a break. Not a breakup, not yet. Just space. And space can be dangerous because it gives your mind room to convince your heart that walking away might be easier. For a few days, I felt relief. No tension, no arguments. But then the loneliness kicked in. I missed the small things, the way they laughed, the way they drank coffee, even the things that annoyed me. And that's when it hit me. Love wasn't gone, it was buried. One night we met again. No lawyers, no blame, just a conversation. A real talk. No filters, no ego. And for the first time in a long time, we didn't talk to win. We talked to understand. I said things I had never said out loud. I feel like I'm not enough. I feel ignored. I feel like I lost you. And instead of getting defensive, they listened. They shared their truth too. I feel unappreciated. I feel like I'm always failing. I feel alone even when you're right there. In that moment, that was the turning point. Not because everything got fixed, but because we finally stopped fighting each other and started fighting the problem. We cried. Not pretty cries, the ugly ones. Years of resentment came out, years of misunderstandings, years of unspoken pain. And something strange happened. The anger softened. The walls came down. We remembered why we chose each other in the first place. That night didn't magically save our marriage. Let me be real. Restoration isn't instant. It's messy. It's uncomfortable. It takes effort. But that night gave us hope. And hope is powerful. We made a decision. Not let's stay together no matter what, but let's try. For real this time. We started small. Daily check-ins, no phones, no distractions. We learned to listen without interrupting, to respond without attacking. We apologized, not just for actions, but for emotional neglect. We went to counseling, and yeah, it was awkward at first, but healing usually is. Slowly, trust started rebuilding. Laughter came back. Not forced, natural. We didn't become perfect, we became intentional. Today, when I look back, I realized something important. Divorce wasn't the enemy. Silence was. Ego was. Fear was. Marriage restoration doesn't mean going back to how things were. It means building something stronger from what was broken. If you're listening to this and your marriage feels like it's on life support, let me tell you something. You're not weak for wanting to fix it. You're not foolish for trying again. Sometimes all it takes is one honest conversation to change everything. No cap, we were this close to divorce. And today, we're closer than ever. Not because life got easier, but because we chose to face it together.